Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm here with Sean and his Scott Addict RC Pro, and this is our second take because the last time we filmed it was too dark. It's a bit too lengthy, so we'll try to improve on today's take. Sean, thanks for riding all the way down to my house. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone, to all the viewers. It's a nice, beautiful Monday morning. I'm glad to do this second take in the morning, as you can see the lighting really brings out the color of the bike. So this bike is the 2021 Scott Addict RC Pro frame set. I bought the frame set and then I sourced the parts myself. So for the group set, I'm running an Ultegra Di2, but I changed out the shifters to a GRX Di2 shifters because I like the ergonomics of the grip. Yeah, for those of you who have tried the GRX before. The wheel set is from Light Bicycle. I bought the full wheel set from their website itself, and it's running on Bitex hubs. And I have the Prologo Dimension tri-saddle and the Scott Syncros Creston one-piece handlebar. At the back here, I changed out the pulley wheel to the Ridea oversized pulley wheel. Just a little quick backstory is that me and my friends, we were thinking about what name to give this bike. Actually, my friend Marcus, he said this bike is good to name it Loki. As you know from Marvel, right? Loki and the Rainbow Bridge. So actually, the rainbow hubs and the spokes and the green, actually, it's like Loki. So yeah, I think I also want to mention and thank my wife and my two kids that allow me to ride to pursue my hobby, and also my good friend Jim from Bike Domestic. I'm wearing one of his jersey. I knew him since 10 years ago when I started riding. Now he has his own shop together with some other guys. So they're at Hillview, and they really do a great job. He does all sorts of bikes. So if you live around the area, do search them up and give them a visit.
What is your height and the size of the frame?
So I'm 165. I have a 74 Inseam. The frame size is XXS size 47, right? It's the smallest size in their for their Addict RC Pro. They have a female, which is the Contessa, if I'm not wrong. But this is pretty much also quite a unisex model. I really sort of got this frame due to the geometry, as I'm on the small side and I have a short reach. So the XXS frame size really helped me to give enough clearance for my inseam, and the reach is good.
And what's the weight of the bike?
Okay, when I got it built up at KH, it was measured at 6.9. Yeah, with everything in, bottle cage and pedals.
Talk us more about the wheels. What wheels are these? Why the spoke colors, and what's the process of buying it?
Because of the frame paint job, I was looking at something to match it. The oil slick color has sort of come into fashion or trend, right? So I happened to just Google on oil slick parts, and it brought me to this brand of hubs, Bitex, which is from Taiwan. And at the same time, then it linked me to Light Bicycle, which is a manufacturer in China, where actually you can customize your own wheel set. They have all sorts of hubs, but only the Bitex hubs comes in this oil slick color. This is a 46.5 depth rim, and in total the weight is 1395 grams, and this is the flyweight version. So they have a standard weight version and a flyweight version. The flyweight version will accommodate lighter riders, so they actually have all their specs online. Price wise, it's about $1,000 thereabouts, including shipping. And because this was a customized order, wasn't a ready stock wheel, so the building process took, I think, about 1 to 2 weeks, and the delivery took about 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, the customer service is great, and they actually told me that due to the pandemic and the delay in shipments and stuff like that the shipment might take longer than usual. So all in all, from ordering to receiving it was about 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, including they update you on, they'll give you constant updates on when the wheel is being shipped out, and they'll give you the tracking number and all this.
Okay, so thanks for the wheels. So I want to talk about the wheels, right? Why did you choose Can I consider it as Chinese wheels, and why not a more conventional mainstream brand?
Initially, because I bought this as a frame set, so I was considering hard on what pair of wheels to go on, because I mainly have rim brake wheels. So these are my second pair of disc brake wheel set. I wanted to buy a new pair. I was considering other options, but I think the two main factors. One was the look of it. Basically, I really fell in love with the oil slick color. So the only way was to get the hubs and the spokes from them, right? And I could lace it with other rims. But since they offered it as a whole package, so I decided to give it a go. For this model, it's the Falcon Pro, yeah. And if you look closely or you go to their website, actually it has this wavy pattern that kind of resembles the Princeton's. I have not tried made in China kind of factory direct wheel set, so this is my first. And so yeah, I guess for me, it's my first time trying.
And the performance, how does it compare to a very expensive set of wheels?
To be honest, I can't feel any difference, or rather maybe I have not ridden long enough to see how is the integrity of the wheel. I've not brought it to steep places overseas to climb. It doesn't have any trouble keeping up, so for me, the stiffness, the comfort wise is all there.
And these discs are not normal Shimano discs. What discs are these?
These pair of rotors are from Shima, which I got from Elite Custom. They carry this brand. So I bought these because of the weight and the color as well, the gold color, to match the hubs and the spoke. They perform really well. No issues with them so far. So yeah, you can check out Shima. They have a huge range of rotors.
Because it's so thin, does it warp?
I have not experienced any rubbing on the brake pads. Yeah, but as all with lightweight stuff, I'll have to ride and see whether it does warp, and maybe give an update in time to come. For those of you who have used or are using such tires, you know that it's a bit tricky to get it on tubeless, as the sidewall is soft. Joshua from KH has a little trick that he taught me, and also he showed me how to put such tires on tubeless. It's difficult, but I think knowing how to do it, after that it seemed quite easy. He made it look very easy.
So we were talking the last time, right? What was the trick?
Yes. So the clue is, right, is that you need an inner tube in order to set the tire onto the rim. If you want to know, go pay Joshua from KH a visit. Mention my name, Sean, and this pair of tires and wheel set, and he will probably remember this, because yeah, he had to try and error, and it was something that he figured out.
Before we go on to the main topic of the GRX Shifters, I want to talk about the saddle, because it has that sticky stuff. It looks like a Velcro kind of material on top of the saddle, which is, I think, very unique to Prologo, right? So
yes,
the last time we were discussing as well, when you move your ass from the fore and aft, does it get stuck to your lycra?
So this is what they call the CPC in short. It's a kind of rubberized material that is on the top layer of the saddle. I would say they have a good range of saddles that has this material, and they want to cater it more to triathlon, because when you come out from the swim, right, you might be all wet and your tri-suit might be wet. So this grippy material actually helps you to stay in that position, especially if you're dripping and sweaty all. Initially, when I first started using it, I felt that grip onto my beep shots. Yeah. After that, once I started riding, I don't really feel it. I guess when you move, you really have to you can't really slide. You have to lift your butt off and move into another position if you want to go forward and backwards on the saddle. But after you are set in that position, it really locks you in place. Really, really nice. And I think the most obvious was during the last ride, it rained, so it was wet, right, and you won't slide. And on climbs, sometimes when you want to push hard into the saddle as well, it really locks you in place. So no regrets. And I actually have another model of this, which is the Scratch, and also with the CPC material. So yeah, those are two saddles I'm riding.
What's the cost of the entire bike now?
Yeah, because as you can see, I'm also running the Favero Axioma pedals, dual-sided power pedals. So if you're running such pedals, or you're running power meter or power pedals, definitely is going to bring the price up. So I would say, including pedals, it's slightly below 10.
To wrap up, how's the performance of the bike? Anything you wish that you would like to change on the bike?
I think the previous time we met, right, we talked about the magnetic cover, of to hide the bolts. You wouldn't see that on any other bike. No trouble in terms of it falling out. I love the geometry. As you can see, I've not gone for a bike fit yet, so the steering is not cut yet. When it comes to comfort and stiffness and compliance, totally have no issues. The Syncros integrated handlebar is super light. That's why the bike weight is nice and light. The shifting, the wheelbase, the stability is very, very good. I totally have no dislikes of this bike, which I do for all of my bikes. You got to love it fully. There are some people initially, when I read reviews about the bike, they talked about the rear derailleur hanger. So far I have no issues with that. So yeah, if you go read the reviews online, it's really great as well. And this is the exact model that the pro team is riding as well in their tours. So yeah.
Okay, Instagram Q&A. If you guys want to submit your questions for the next bike, follow me on Instagram, post the bike and the questions. You can submit them through my Insta story. Sean, are you ready?
Yeah.
First question. Can you compare this bike with any other Tour de France brand such as Cervelo, Specialized, Trek or BMC? And how does the bike feel?
I have not owned any of those brands. Previously, I've ridden on Argon. I did try my friend's Trek Madone and a Specialized SL6. Trek Madone has also a really great sizing, so the geometry was great on the Trek Madone. Currently, they built smaller frames, so that's great on the geometry side. I guess I can't really say much because I have not ridden long on such other brands that were mentioned. But comparing to to the brands that other brands that I've ridden before, I think the performance-wise, definitely, as this is a 2021 model, definitely the performance-wise is you can feel the difference. I find it a bit hard to really give a very straightforward answer in terms of comparison with such brands. So I think you really have to try it on your own, because I think, like what I mentioned before, was that geometry is so important when it comes to riding. The geometry can't suit your body size, your body dimensions. Then I think you definitely won't feel comfortable or efficient on the bike. So I would say this bike feels super efficient with the kind of geometry that they're having with my size.
So a lot of questions on the spokes and wheels. Are you a kid or what? These are rainbow spokes.
I think if you are a cyclist, if you are you are really into this as a hobby, I think whenever we get on our bike, we all feel like a kid, right? Because we all, for most of us, we learn how to ride, as a kid, and the excitement and joy that you just ride your bike. So yes, I'm a kid inside.
Are these titanium spokes? Nice rainbow spokes?
No, these are not titanium spokes. If I'm not wrong, the brand is Pillar. Yep, and they make these in the oil slick colors. I believe they are bladed. But the normal stainless steel spokes.
Still on the topic of the wheels, does the light bicycle rims perform well in crosswinds?
I would say so far on crosswinds, very stable. I don't feel it catching the wind. Yeah, could be due to the wave pattern on the wheelset as well. It's not as pronounced as the Princeton wheelset, but if you look at it closely, there is this wavy pattern on the rims. So I think that also helps with the airflow of the crosswind. Okay,
let's move on from wheels. Controversial one, especially on the OSPW. The question is, how efficient is the OSPW and what is the cost of this? So far, everyone that I've interviewed about OSPW, they tell me that it is marginal gains, which I believe is a fact. But on the other hand, instead of saving weight, some people tell me that the shifting is a bit more crisp. Is that true? Because I've never ridden an OSPW and I don't believe in it.
Two reasons why I got this OSPW. One, because they come in oil slick colors. Yep. So these cost, I think, 480. They are from Ridea, a Taiwanese brand with sealed ceramic bearings inside. When I first started riding 10 years ago, there was no such thing as an OSPW, right? And for me myself, initially, I was also, skeptical on spending that kind of money. There was more research into it, talking about opening up the chain angles to reduce the frictional forces and making it more efficient to spin, making the shifting a bit better. I would say it is really marginal gains. Even if you ask experienced riders, you can't really feel a major difference. I would say a clean drivetrain, a well-looped drive chain will make you a more efficient rider. I guess a bit of overrated OSPWs, and if you see the Absolute Black, they came out with their very unique design. I think for me, it personally is the bearings inside that probably causes it to feel smoother with ceramic sealed bearings, inside the OSPW. So I think for me personally, that's what I'm going for as well, the smoother bearings inside.
I have to 100% agree with what you said earlier about having a very clean drivetrain, because I think with a very clean drivetrain, your bike feels like new when you go out riding, and you can really feel the difference in terms of smoothness. So to all the newbies out there who start cycling, remember to clean your group set. Let me pick the next question. How is the customer service at KH Cycles?
When it comes to customer service, I stay in the east, so I went to the KH at East Coast Park. Joshua served me. He does the sales and also mechanical works for bikes. So it was I would say that is definitely a plus point, because I bought it through him, and he's the same guy who actually set it up. So when it comes to any mechanical stuff that I need to ask, I can ask him as well. And when it comes to anything regarding the sale of the bike and everything, is great.
Speaking of handlebars, I am not a fan of the looks and shape of this handlebar.
If you go and look up this set of handlebars, it has a few interesting features. So it actually curves out, all right? And my initial thought was that the curvature actually increases the reach, but actually the 90 mm measurement, right, is actually from the center of the steerer to the center of the bars, right? So it actually doesn't increases the reach. Yeah. The next thing, the curvature actually allows you to have a bit more clearance for your legs, especially if you're gonna be going to a sprint and leaning forward. Your thigh will actually have a bit more clearance, and it will not hit the handlebar if it was not curved forward slightly. It also has this 3D printed textured top that increases the grip. If you were to wrap your Bartape, just after the hoods, you actually when you rest your hand, there's actually this textured grip. Yeah, but I decided to wrap my Bartape all the way to give myself more comfort, when holding on the straight portion of the bar.
A lot of people picked this point when I posted your picture on my Instagram, which is your Quicklink. It is gold. So the question is, that gold Quicklink doesn't match the chain color. Why, bro? You were so close to perfection.
I actually didn't notice the gold Quicklink. When I got the chain, this set of chains are from YBN. Yeah, I bought it from AliExpress. If I remember correctly, I'm quite sure it came with a oil slick Quicklink. So I'm not sure if he used a Go Quicklink to install it, or the color ran. But on second thought, actually, if you look at the Go rotors, it actually matches the Go rotors. So yeah, maybe on next time when I change my chain, I'll make sure that it's a oil stick color Quicklink installed.
Okay, I think to keep things short, let's move on to the shifters, which we didn't really dive into. So why the GRX shifters, and how is the ergonomics of those levers?
Yeah, I think that is one of the most interesting parts of my entire group set. I bought the group set as a whole, and then I bought the shifters separately. I got this idea when I saw a bike at a shop. As you know, right, GRX is for their it comes with their gravel group set. However, if you look closely, the GRX shifter has a little hook upwards, which really secures your hand when you are holding on to the hoods, and on the hoods itself, they have these lines that actually improve the grip. Yeah, if you were to be really riding long, and if it's wet, it really helps with the grip. And I think mainly they designed this because for gravel riding it's more rough, right? And so I can see why they designed this more for gravel riding. But after I tried this on at a shop which had a bike built like this as well, I fell in love with the shape and ergonomics. Your hand just sits in it, yeah, so well and so secure, yeah, compared to the regular road setup. But I think that's just me, I guess, because if you're riding on smooth terrain and all, the normal Ultegra shifters also do well. But these just give you the extra comfort and the secure feel. Next thing is the modulation, right, of the brake levers. I don't know, but it just feels just slightly different from the Ultegra, Ultegra Di2, the road kit. And for this, right, you also can adjust the reach of the levers, and it's shaped just slightly different. So yeah, for those of you who like to tilt the lever outwards, if you have a flat out handlebar on your road setup, yeah, the GRX it's also designed, right, because as with gravel bikes they have that flat out handlebar. So yeah, this one also does look really nice if you have that kind of flat out handlebar.
So is the only difference the ergonomics, or are there any other special features to the shifters?
Yeah, basically ergonomics is the main difference. For those of you using Shimano Di2, there's a button that for the Ultegra, it's on top of the hoods. This one sits more on the inside, whereby you use your thumb to press inwards the button to switch between pages on your bike computer. Yeah, other than that, with regards to the shifting, right, yeah, it's fully compatible with the Ultegra 11 speed. So yeah, but they don't. If you're getting a 12 speed, then this is not compatible with the 12 speed.
Does the magnetic cover fall off easily when encountering very bumpy roads?
For me, so far, I have not have it drop out during my rides. What I think most people might be concerned is probably maybe when they are transporting the bike, from place to place, let's say putting it in their car or on a bike rack, or packing it into a bike box, that if you were to clip onto it or accidentally bump that part of the frame, yes, as it's not bolted on, right, it can drop out. But on rides, so far it hasn't posed any issue for me. Are
you addicted to the Addict after riding it? Funny question.
Nice pun there. Definitely it has got me addicted to riding it, as much as I can. I would say, as with the modern trend of brakes, road bikes, right, coming with disc brakes and all that sort of cable integration, it's really beautiful. As you can see, the cable integration, right, is fully integrated. Unlike some frames or some handlebar setup whereby the cable integration is semi-integrated, yeah, so you still can kind of see some cables underneath the bars running through into the headset, yeah, but with this whole setup, it's really beautiful and clean.
If you've been watching my videos, this is the very crucial and most important question. Let me put in the dramatic music right now. So the question is, you ready? It's the last one, man. Are you subscribed to the channel?
Yes, definitely I am subscribed to the channel. Thanks to Wilson, who was first featured on his Ridea. For me personally, who have been riding for close to 10 years, not like crazy long, but I think long enough. It's funny when whether I would say guys or girls or men or women, when we ride, we love to talk about all the little parts of our bike. So all of the videos on your channel really bring out all the light-hearted moments of bikes, and there's so much to talk about, right? Because we can go on and on. So yeah, I'm subscribed, and you should too. Yeah, not you should, but you must subscribe if you wanna see some locally made videos that are really of good quality. This really helps to bring the cycling community closer to one another. We can help each other out. We can have real reviews of people riding the bike and all sort of that stuff. Just talking about our hobbies.
Thanks so much, man. Again, I just want to reiterate the whole point of this channel is just that to provide valuable information first-hand coming from the rider themselves, not me. So if you like my kind of content, do consider subscribing, and if you want me to feature and you want to talk shit about your bike, come on my channel, DM me on Instagram, and I'll be glad to feature your bike. Sean, that wraps it. I think we've got a very good take. I'm sorry that you had to come down and do it again. I think we've got a very good round this time, and thanks for coming, man, and I'll see you guys next week.